Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we're gonna do a mission Taylor Enter Mantisk Discovery Tour. I don't know what that word is. Taylor Parks and her fiance will soon be tying the knot. One of these. Let's get into it. Well, looks like we'll be using our classic 172 Skyhawk.
Send the guests.
Okay, on their way.
Finally a chance to share what flying is all about, Captain. Your guest today is Taylor. She's got her boyfriend with her. She lives around and has been dreaming of exploring the region for a while. Seatbelt fastened? Then you're all set. Let's do it.
You know, guys, what I was thinking is with the trainings, they should have a training in activities how to use the computer systems. I know each one is different, but I know you can search around and try and find stuff on YouTube, but I would just like a training on computers, how to use all this stuff, but I don't know if they're ever going to add that. But anyways, let's get into this.
Kilo India Sierra Quebec traffic. Cessna November 6 4355 is taxiing to runway 28. Kilo India Sierra Quebec.
I wonder if
Hi, thanks for taking us aboard. I'm Taylor. I'm thrilled to fly over Manistee with you. This is where we met, so it's kind of special today. Feels like the perfect place to just soak in the moment together. Pilot, we're counting on you to make this even more memorable.
Nice to meet you. I'm Richard. I'm hanging out with Taylor for this flight. Pretty exciting.
no, I wonder if I don't want to dig through the menu, but I saw someone zooming in and out even on this third person view. And I was just seeing if I could figure it out, but nothing's happening. Anyways, we got a taxi down. Oh, we got to hold short back here. At least this should be a very good visible landing strip. I did a mission off camera last night, and it was a ferry flight, and the plane had gone through some emergency, so I don't know if the lights on the inside of the cab weren't working. And they sent me to an airport to land in the dark that didn't have runway lights either, and said I didn't land on the runway, which I couldn't even see. But I didn't crash, so it was kind of funny, but I didn't get that on recording.
Kilo India Sierra Quebec traffic. Cessna November 6 4355. Taking off runway 28. Departing straight out. Kilo India Sierra Quebec.
It's a bit scary, but still exciting. Mostly exciting.
Got a taxi down to the end here. I'm at 24 knots. I think 25 might be the max. I don't want to go past that and get like penalized off the bat. Well, it's a beautiful day out here now. After that last night mission with no lights on the runway, I'm happy to see I got something good, but it was a ferry flight, it wasn't a sightseeing mission, so. And we're off. Yeah, I was thinking about when you started your own company, you know, people warn you about the RPMs and stuff a lot, so I imagine if you're redlining your engine, you're probably damaging it, then you're gonna have to probably pay to fix that, so good to practice your not redlining your RPMs during these missions, even though you don't gotta pay for it. So we gotta go to 1,200 feet. See how my trim's acting. We need to set my trim. Let's see, we're rising at 4%. Now I'll turn it down to 3. Still rising. Let's take it down. We might be already at the site. Yep. Let's take it down to. Let's set it at 0. We need to lose a lot of speed, so let's shut the engine all the way down for a little bit. There we go. A little shaky.
I don't want to leave this seat. Well, I'm officially applying for the job. Flight attendant.
It's my first flight today, as it is Sunday, 12/21/25.
Look, right there. The folks on the ground have no idea what they're missing.
Going a little fast. Cool little spot over here.
No way. I can see the place where we're going to get married. That's awesome.
I saw it as well. I actually managed to get a picture.
Being here is magical. If I had known, I would have proposed with an airplane banner.
Now I've been trying to get used to using my right thumb to do the announcements, so I don't gotta take my left thumb off the joystick. Oh, it's not a far flight. A nice quick one.
Went so well. Great thrills, insane panorama over Manistee. Let's go again.
You made our day, Captain.
See how my trim's looking? The wind's blowing us to the left. We're holding steady. Take off the RPMs as I dive down a little bit. All right, first flight of the day, and then the first landing, which is going to be the most difficult part. I'm going to start cutting the engine back now. Start losing some airspeed, as we'll be curving around and going right down. Letting off the throttle already. Airspeed 85 knots. We'll be gaining airspeed, so I'm going to cut the engine down. Once we start dropping, we could, at 75, below 87, I think we could have flaps at 10 degrees without getting a warning, so I'm going to put it at 10. Just gonna give it just a little throttle, because right now we're at a good speed, but we're gonna lose a little bit on the bank. Just want to get around this bank. We're at a pretty low airspeed, so I better be careful. 59. Okay. Now I can drop the engine down. So we'll be losing altitude and gaining some speed. We need to do an announce. Use my right thumb. Takes a while to trigger, so I keep. Okay, we're at 58 knots. Let's put out flaps to 20. We got plenty of runway. There's no reason to rush this landing. I had to give it a little... I was going a little bit too slow, so I was stalling. So I gave it just a tinge of RPMs at the end there, so I went a little too slow, actually. Just put the flaps back up. We're at 22 knots, so I can take the engine down all the way. Start slowing it down. It was a pretty good run, but overly slow on this landing, which I usually don't do that, but we're still learning. I think I overshot the short. Oh well.
Kilo India Sierra Quebec traffic. Cessna November 6, 4355. Is taxiing to parking. Kilo India Sierra Quebec.
Watch out, buddy.
Not easy to impress the locals, but I see they're smiling. That's cool. Well,
I'm curious what they gave me on that landing. Man, I have not gone too slow before, not that I recall. I was a little overcautious. 54% on the landing smoothness. Well, the flaps were great. Pretty good score. The landing could have been better, but scored an A. If I would have just had a tinge more speed on the landing, which I haven't said that many times. Reputation went up a little bit. I'm trying to get it back up to B. I think I was at B, and then I had some hard luck on some of, like I said, they gave me that landing in the dark, and there was a couple, one or two just bad landings I did myself, and then I lost some rep. Let's see, we've been recording for 17. I would like to get another one in. Yeah, someone had pointed out to me on the comments that, you know, instead of scrolling all over, you can push triangle and they give you a list, which actually, now that I do that, that is pretty good, because if you want to search for like these sightseeing flights, they can range from 15 to 20 minutes, so you can just boom, find one that you want. So let's see, we are up here pretty close to Lake Superior on that one. She wants to show her brother some stunning views. Sounds good. Let's do it. All right, I didn't actually even look to see what plane I was using, but since I got some new certifications and stuff, they've been giving me some new planes and stuff using on these flight missions, which is pretty cool. But also at the same time, when you're not used to a plane, look at this thing. I got room for a lot of passengers in this thing.
Laura, I'm ready.
Roger that.
We're only gonna have 2 passengers, but looks like I could fit. Is it 4 or more than that? 4 or 5, I think. Wait, more than that even. This thing is a beast. Hopefully I can fly it well.
Hey, Captain. This is the moment we get to share our passion. Hey, Captain. Meet Jessica. She's keen on discovering the sights around Gwyn. She's a local, so I'm counting on you to treat her well and show her around. By the way, she's got her brother with her. If your passengers seem prepared and fastened up, you are ready to depart. Captain, it's your show.
Sawyer Ground. Beechcraft November 13999. Request taxi for
to hold short of
self-departure.
runway 19 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Contact tower
119.975 when ready.
Taxiing. Hold short runway 19er via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Beechcraft 9er.
Hi, Captain. I'm Jessica. Can't wait to be looking down at my hometown.
Hey there, my name's Ryan. I'm Jessica's brother. Thanks for taking me up today.
You bet. I haven't flown this plane, so I hope it goes well, guys. It's definitely a little bit more difficult turning. It's a bigger plane than the 172. Come on. Why aren't I turning here? What the? I guess I gotta be very slow when I'm turning. Well, we might have lost a couple points veering off the path, but bet you this thing's got some power. It feels kind of chunky. I like how it's got those like little stripes on the propeller. Alright, slow down for the turn. This thing's got some weight to it, so probably gonna take a little bit to get this thing stopped. So I'm gonna make sure I don't overshoot the short. Request takeoff.
Sawyer Tower. Beechcraft November 1 tree 9er ready at runway 19er. Departure to the south.
Beechcraft November 139er. Altimeter 299er 2 south departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19er. Beechcraft 9er.
Alright, Beechcraft 9er. 19er. Get on the runway.
Are we going?
Yes, we are. Okay, here we are on 1-9er. Let's get it centered. Alright, let's go. She's sounding good. Ease her on back. Climb to 1700. Retract the gears. Okay, we got retractable landing gears on this one, boys. Yeah, this thing's got some power. Acknowledge. See how my trim's doing. She's holding pretty steady there. Oh, she's rising. Probably go to a negative. We're at -1, probably like 3.
Relax, Jessica. You're gripping the seat so hard you're gonna break your hand.
Alright, let's bring it to -4. 4 or 5. RPMs aren't maxing out. Oh, she's touchy. Gotta be very gentle on that rudder, or you'll be snapping back and forth. Are we still rising at -4 trim? Yup. I think we're already at the sightseeing, yeah. I didn't realize we were like, boom, right there. Now I got the engine totally off. We're going way too fast. This thing's a beast. I just have my R2 rudder just a constant medium pressure. Airspeed's a little bit low.
I don't want to leave the seat. Well, I'm officially flying for the job. Flight attendant for life.
Alright. That's a real quick one. Plus this plane's pretty fast, so alright, RPMs. I'm trying to set my trim on it. Let's set the trim at 0. If I can. I'm already out of control. I'm not even to the landing. Not used to this beast. See, it's at 1%. Yeah, I want it at 0 when so we start slowing down.
Hey, Ryan. You're kind of sweaty, okay?
Just soaking it all in.
I turned the
So do I.
throttle all the way down. We were too high and too fast. Big time. We're at 134 knots. Extend the gears. Okay, we got it.
Thanks.
Quite an experience. I recommend it.
Okay. I was a little worried. I thought I was gonna hit this side of the runway. And I was going so fast. We got time. See, she's dropping fast. Let me put the trim. Come on, trim. We're at 2% trim, but yeah, we're not looking too steady right now. Alright, let's start slowing down now. We're going over 140 knots. Yeah, also guys, you don't have to be at the top of those boxes. Like, if you're on the lower end, that's me, I kind of like being on the lower end because that's less altitude you gotta drop and your speed isn't gonna speed up as much if you're a little bit lower. See, we're at 87, 86 knots. We are going to be losing altitude. I better cut the engine down. Not too much, though. Let's get a good look at it. Yeah, we're gaining altitude, or airspeed, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm about stalling. Oh, no. I'm fighting it. Kind of saved it there. We need flaps. I'm feeling real unsteady. More flap. We got plenty of runway. Just don't want to overstall like I did on the last landing. I think we're looking good. We're looking good. Flare it back. Oh! It tipped. That was scary, guys. I'm sorry. I tipped to the left. Oh boy. This thing's a tank. I don't know how I lost control right at if I was going a little too slow. How I tipped so much on that landing, but
Beechcraft 9er. Turn next taxiway.
see what kind of score I got on this one.
Beechcraft 9er. Turn next taxiway.
I thought I lost that landing, guys. I thought I was toast. I can't believe I saved that. As far as not like flat out crashing. That was a little too close for comfort.
Beechcraft 9er, turn next taxiway. Beechcraft 9er, contact ground on 121.65.
121.65 for Beechcraft 9er. Sawyer ground, Beechcraft November 139er. Request taxi to parking.
Beechcraft November 139er, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie.
Taxiing to general aviation, parking via taxiway Charlie. Beechcraft 9er.
I'm just curious to see my score. It's a long taxi and almost there. I hope I don't get a 0 on that landing, even though that was horrible. That was pretty scary, man. If I would have been riding in that plane, I'd been scared.
Always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool. Mission accomplished, and that
It was a
the
near
time spot.
disaster on the
You're a
runway.
fine pilot and also a lucky one.
Yep, there it is, guys. 0 on the landing. See, that's... I think you need to average a landing of... I could be wrong, but don't quote me on this, but I believe you need to average at least 50% to get probably good enough to unlock companies and stuff, I think. I could be wrong, but your plane's definitely not going to be in good shape if you're not gentle onto the runway like that. Regardless, my reputation did go up a tinge, so at least I didn't lose any. Alright, well, I'm going to end that episode here, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.